It is officially confirmed Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari on a random off-season day. A bomb drops. I cannot believe it. Nobody saw this coming. So let's dive into why he made this decision and what it means for the rest of the field. So why Ferrari? It's a legendary team. Lewis Hamilton is a legendary driver. We've seen this many times before with Fernando Alonso, Michael Schumacher, Vettel, but I think there's a little bit more to it also, not just the clout of Ferrari. So number one, he's been affiliated with Mercedes in some way for 11 years now, which is long for anyone at any organization, especially in sports. So today, both Lewis and Toto came out with statements saying how they appreciate each other within the organization and how good it's been the last couple of years, and that Toto respects Lewis's decision, of course, and then both saying that they have one more year fighting together and they'll be 100% committed. Just kind of standard PR stuff. Nothing we can really pull from this. But some other reasons why Lewis might have wanted to leave is for the direction of where Ferrari is going. He has connections with Fred Vasseur from winning his F3 and GP2 title battles. And it's known that they continue to maintain a strong relationship, so this is definitely a pulling factor. I think a transfer like this always comes with the risks when you're transferring from a team that has been on equal levels with you for the past couple years. It's not like he's going from a bottom team to a top team. Ferrari and Mercedes have been very similar and very competitive with each other as of late. So it leads me to believe that the Mercedes isn't looking good for this coming year and maybe even the next. Or it could be more management side, where he's kind of lost that connection to Mercedes, that driving spirit that he wants, and a change to Ferrari might bring out more competitiveness for him. Even if they're on equal levels competitive-wise, he can build with that team, hopefully iron out some of its flaws, and continue to develop that into a championship contending car. And if it wasn't spicy enough, let's dive into what this will do for the rest of the driver market. So of course, it's a tough position for Carlos, not knowing where he's going to be at the end of this current Ferrari contract. I think for Carlos, there's two main options. Number one being that he could just go to Mercedes, a clean switch of drivers, but I don't know if Mercedes really wants Carlos. I think they have some better options that we can get into later. So the next more believable option I'd say is him going to the Sauber team that is soon to be Audi Works team, gambling on that future success. Carlos still has plenty of time before he has to think of retirement, so he could dive into a team and build up with them and possibly become number one driver within a team for the first time since McLaren. So if Mercedes does not pick Carlos up, I think they have some great options. Number one being Alex Albon, who is down in the Williams right now, who I'm sure would be more than willing to jump ship to a Mercedes car. I think Albon's really matured over the past couple years in that Williams after the Red Bull fall. I think it would be a compatible driver lineup. But speaking of friends on the grid, I think Mercedes' best bet is to get Fernando Alonso into that Mercedes car. We know that George and Fernando are great friends, and I think this would be one of the strongest lineups on the grid right under the Ferrari lineup. This does come with risk though, because Fernando is at the end of his career, but this does give time for Kimi Antonelli in the younger categories to develop as a driver, and once Fernando is ready to retire, he will have a spot waiting for him at Mercedes if he continues to prove himself. Also similarly, for Ferrari, once Lewis retires after a couple years, we could see the switch to Ollie Behrman, who by then will probably be in the Haas seat and ready for the step up. Let me know what you guys think about this whole announcement situation, whatever you want to call it, in the comments below. Like I said before, absolutely mind-blowing. This is why I love F1. I'm very excited to see Lewis in red shortly.